Asia is creepy. Asia is creepy. Asia is creepy. The important things 3 times. Why is Asia creepy? Because the women and men and the topics that we are going to talk about, right? It's just creepy. I mean, in a sexually liberal society like England, as I described in other videos, we were given proper sex education. We were given condoms to do that. In our high school, students get free condoms. You're encouraged to do so, like get protection. And you're free to make your choices and to make your own decisions, but don't get creepy. And we were just taught to express ourselves properly. If you like it, like it. If you don't like it, say no. And people just are not taught properly on everything, including how to say no. Therefore, this creepiness is not only on failure of expression, but also the process of advancement, even if the girls have said no. And I've improved on this problem back in 2020 in China. I've had my end abuse anti-sexual harassment movement. I've had them set the law to punish the perpetrators who sexually assault girls. Still, there are a lot of problems re-emerging, destroying my work, and until now, 2025, I feel like all the work I have done in China back in 2020 has been changed. And China is just one example. There are many other Asian countries, for example, Singapore, which is just another little China, having the false, fake Western outlook, pretending to be America, pretending to be Britain and Australia, but they are actually Chinese bitches. Don't say I am mean. I am 100% extremely objective, because Singapore bitches are bitches. They always think girls are fucking around. That's their life mission. I mean, really? As a woman, you're just fucking around? What's your value for society? What do you want to create for the world? What do you think of the word hunger is? Why is Elon Musk not solving word hunger? Tell me your financial analysis of S&P 500 in next 5 years. And tell me your thought about NVIDIA. Tell me why AIs cannot replace humans. Tell me something using your head. And the Asian girls are just willingly to be the tool for men's sex. I mean, in the West, we think women are as equal as men. At least this is what we think. Of course, in the creepy part of society in the West, it works probably the same as Asia, but creepy part, that corner is already migrated from Asia. Those people return from Asia or from Japan or whatever. It's just, it works the same. It's just, we ignore those non-mainstream little corner creepy guys, but we do not want the whole Western society leaning towards Asia. And the overturn of abortion law in the United States is just one brutal evidence that we do not like to be like them. That's why we abandoned abortion. We abandoned abortion law. We do not want women not to have the rights to abortion, but we do not want children, to be just dead at the birth. Just don't do abortion at the 2nd and 3rd trimester. I'm pro-life to that extent. I'm okay with pills and abortion in the 1st trimester, as soon as possible, but not when there's already an embryo, something was already formed. Okay, in case there's a possibility, and I'm a very merciful person. I do not want to kill a potential life just in case it exists. And so, in the West, we try to distinguish. We try to draw the line so that people don't kill and people don't do ridiculous things that violates humanity. But Asia is just so weird. People have nothing to do, have no aim, no purpose of life, just fucking. And also this LGBT community does not exist in Asia probably, except in Taiwan, of course, where is probably the only place where homosexuals can marry. So they are left a really big topic, and I don't know how people view about me since I'm doing YouTube. There's a whole YouTube channel is dedicated to anti-stalking of Leon, which is my 2nd stalker. The first one is happily married with a son. I'm so happy for him. But by the way, the first one was Russian. The second one is Polish, German, half Polish, half German. And he is struggling with drugs right now, as I updated in the last video. I am still deeply ashamed of having involved once, just mentally, totally, purely mentally involved once with this guy that I tried my best to kind of like, end this story, which I did, but I still cannot wrap my head over why I would get myself into that situation. I think it's really because he's been to Asia, and that is a creepy place. And because they're so creepy, like the women and the men there are all so creepy, that he thought a girl from Asia will accept such creepy treatment, which is to follow me from Europe to America, getting on the same plane with me and taking on the same train. And well, I mean, he deserved to get on drugs. He deserved to be stalked by my first stalker, Alexander Tostebil, which is Russian. So he's half Polish, half German, stalked by my XXX, which is Russian. That is a pretty funny post-Second World War game. And I'm so happy I went into it and won. I won very, I would say, like very twisted. Like I could not imagine how the story turned out. I thought at some moment I thought we would be happily forever in some way. Like it's kind of ridiculous, right? Because I don't know myself so much. I just thought fairy tale exists. Like princess and prince can live happily forever. But unfortunately, reality is reality. Fairy tale does not exist. A guy who has been to Asia, has been to those creepy hells, do not consider girls normally. And for those guys who returned to the West and who's lived in France or whatever, they just consider women as fucking tools. And this is so shameful. I mean, do you ever think about women have their own stuff to do that they do not have so much time for sex? For example, like I know men desire me. I know there are people who desire me, and oh my god, I got so much harassment online. Just of course I ignore them, but like I feel like as a woman who's been beautiful her whole life, I've had enough attention, just enough attention. Like I'm even putting myself online. Don't you think I don't have intention? Like attention, I do have lots of attention, even from one single person. And I do think I've got enough attention that I so enjoy my alone time. But many other women don't. Why? Because they do look ugly. And that is a shame. Even if they do look ugly, can you please be classy and not to act like a whore just because you think so many women are doing OnlyFans? You also want to kind of like, what? Is that your value to society? You want to donate a couple millions dollars to some charity like Sophie Ring or whatever? Do you want, well, sure, like we have one Sophie Ring, she can do that. Using the horniness and stupidity of guys, but does every woman actually want to do that? And what's the purpose of life now? I mean, like, she is an OnlyFans star, which means she gets online and get paid virtually. So men are basically wasting sperms for her because she does not produce children for all those fans, right? But normally we would think a woman and a man would want to fall in love and marry. That is the story of a fairy tale, and that is the story in my head that I thought I would have. In fact, a lot of people are thinking Asian women are fucking around because in Asia, it is the situation. In the West, it is not the situation, and it is particularly not the situation with me because I do not need to. Why do I not need to? Because I have a job. I have such a great life that I have so many different things to enjoy. Like, sex is one pleasure, but not all the pleasure. If somebody is sex all day long and all of the time, why do you have so much time doing it like endless? You have your whole life to enjoy like those precious moments with the ones that you do love, not some creepy and weird strangers that you met very randomly from some creepy situation. What, on the airplane? Are you serious? Like this day I was taking first class from New York to Europe, and the first class crew members are just super weird. They look at me in a weird way. They serve me weird. It's just because, okay, she is beautiful. She might have done that. Done what? Excuse me? Done what? Done what? Tell me, done what? Fucking on an airplane? Are you sure? Why not? So, okay, so because I don't want to do that. Why do I not want to do that? Because it's weird. It's creepy. Like, what's the chance of meeting somebody? Let's be real. Let's be real. What's the chance of meeting somebody that you like you really like in the first class with just this 20-ish people, maybe not even, maybe 20, 15, 10 to 15 people, you would find an opposite gender that you like. For me, it's extremely rare. I don't find it, okay? I don't find such a person. No one. Just I gotta be like looking, like seriously looking, and I gotta be like on drug or something to be this horny. But for me, it's extremely difficult to find a suitable sex partner. Why? Because I am super picky. And why? Because like other women are not picky. That's why they're jealous of me. They are thinking, why is she so pretty? She's picky, and she's beautiful, she's picky, but she can still get what she wants in life. And it's not because of anything else. It's because I am working hard. I am working hard, and I cherish my opportunities. I cherish my privilege. I don't flake a friend who drove 10 hours to me just to do what? To do fucking with him? I want to have a good time, spend a decent amount of time, and to talk and to walk around, to have good food. This is life. This is a Christian life. This is a lifestyle everybody should be having, not just in Asia doing what? Like Japan is because it's oppressive. Dude, it's oppressive. They have nothing, absolutely nothing else to do. And in France, what do you think? Like, because I don't know, like French women are mysterious. They want to get attention from guys all the time. And they're, I don't know French women best. I think French women are usually nice, but if you want me to behave in the way that Asian women, not Asian women, just the women in Asia in general are behaving, I really can't, because this is the West. This is the West. We want to create values for society, not just, thinking about like this one only single thing. You don't have so many. You don't have so many sex partners in the world, really. Like the people who can match with you are very few. For me, it's really very few. Like first of all, I'm good looking and I'm intelligent. I am rich, and the people who are at my social class are already, they just filtered out. Just my status filtered out a lot of people. And I live in the most privileged district in New York, which also filtered out a lot of people. Also, by the way, I feel extremely safe in my district. Why? Because everyone is beautiful. When everyone is beautiful, rich, it makes me safe, which means lower crime rate, and people treat each other with respect, not just because, oh, you come from other countries where you're Asian or whatever, and you suddenly get bad treatment. So I get lots of harassment back in 2021 when I was simply walking on the street in England. I'm not saying England is bad, I'm just saying, sure, migrants was a problem, but this problem has been long existing. Okay, off topic. I will not, tolerate such an impression to me in particular. Like, in some way, I can already see people are seeing the difference between me and other Asian women. First of all, they probably think I'm Japanese. Sure, I'm a quarter Japanese, not entirely Japanese. Second, she not only looks different, she also speaks differently because she is more friendly and more knowledgeable, which is true. But I'm deeply sorry for other women who don't behave this way, because that's really what they should be behaving, not to behave like a bitch, like a slut. Why do you want to behave that way? This is not the society where you do that. This is reality, not OnlyFans. If you really want to do that on OnlyFans. Then you're wasting men's sperms, and Elon Musk is going to be so sad that birth rate is dropping and we're having like a crisis or something. And I also feel sad that humanity is not doing well in that. Also, I don't want to point out like what you who you have sex with, your sex partner, is like your representation of your class. It's the representation of your class. Who you choose to have sex with is like what you eat, and you are what you eat. If you choose like a very stupid and like unclassy and misogynistic guy, and that is your choice, you are in that class, that might mean you grew up very unprivileged and you needed some sort of treatment. Sure, there is something for everybody, but like, sure, every style is a style. I mean, sure, every class is a class, and sure, everyone is equal. I mean, yeah, sure, if you want, you can choose to live on the street without any money. I mean, sure, you can have sex with a drug addict and feel good about it later. I mean, sure, that is your choice. I mean, I do not want to do that. I do not want to do that because I have my choice, I have my decision, I have my class, I have my standards. Okay? Those women who don't have their standards, they deserve to be lonely together, and they deserve to be portrayed like a bitch. They deserve, they deserve to be spiritually tortured so much that they have such a hole in their heart. They constantly look for consolation, they constantly look for men's attention while being jealous of women like me, because I'm not looking for that. I do not need to, because I naturally have it. I am privileged. I know that. And just because I know that I am that, it does not mean that I am the same as them. They are looking for attention. They are looking for fucks just because they are bored. They are bored. They have nothing to do. Leon says, the hacker, lover, creep, Leon says, why am I alone? Why don't I have a boyfriend? Well, I have a boyfriend right now, but he always asks me, why are you not fucking around? Why are you alone? Like, why do I have to? This is not Asia. This is West. Okay? Just, if you really want to be a creepy person, go to Asia. Don't be in America. Don't be in Poland. Poland does not like you. Okay? Get the fuck out of Poland and go back maybe to Germany, to some creepy part of Germany. Those people who return from Asia, or just simply leaving Asia. I'm sorry, maybe they will test your drug because you're on that all the time. I am so sorry, but stop making America another China or something, and stop making Germany much downhill than it already is. All right, this is all I'm gonna say. Enjoy your bitches, enjoy your slutty nights. I am not that kind of person that you thought of. I am so sorry.